a trip permit violation in Washington state. What is it? And what do you do about it? Well, my name's Lance Fryrear, and I'm a defense attorney with a law firm in Lynnwood, Washington. We've been defending people charged with crimes for more than 20 years. And I've been putting out these videos to help educate you, the viewer, whether you're interested in the law or if you've actually been charged with something against the law. And this video, again, is about a trip permit violation. In this video, I'm going to cover three things. Number one, what does that even mean? What is a trip permit violation? Number two, what's the most common situation we see a trip permit violation in? And most importantly, so watch to the end, number three, how do we defend a trip permit violation? So if you find this useful, please like, please subscribe. This helps get my message out there. But now I'm going to jump right into it. So what is a trip permit violation in Washington state? Well, first of all, what is a trip permit? Imagine you have a car, a motor vehicle that isn't properly licensed. It hasn't passed emissions. It's never been licensed in this state, but you need to drive it to go get it worked on. So how do you legally drive your motor vehicle if it doesn't have a vehicle license? Now, again, I'm talking about a vehicle license, not a driver's license. So you can go to your local licensing agency. It could be a Fred Meyer. It could be an official agency, anywhere that sells and renews tabs, and buy a trip permit. A trip permit is basically a piece of paper that has 12 months on it and 31 days on it. And you need to properly fill out a trip permit to be able to drive for a period of time. So what is a trip permit violation? It's having a trip permit that's either expired or not properly filled out, and then you're pulled over by the police. And believe it or not, that's a gross misdemeanor crime. You can go to jail for 1 year and have to pay a $5,000 fine. So it's important to get this right. So while the statute is very long, and we listed it in our description here, if you want to click on it here at the end of the video, the statute is very long, but basically it requires you to pick 3 consecutive days on the trip permit that you could move the vehicle. And again, they sell you this trip permit just as a catch-all, right, where you can fill out any days you want. And so you have to be careful. I'm filming this February 15th, 2021. If I wanted to use a trip permit legally today, I would go get the trip permit. I would mark the month of February, and I would mark off 15, 16, and 17 as the 3 consecutive days that I could use the trip permit to legally move my vehicle. Okay. And so I need to post that in the back of the vehicle, in the back windshield, where it can be clearly seen. And so that's how you properly fill out a trip permit. So moving on to number 2, what are the most common situations where we see a trip permit violation? Well, by far the most common one is an improperly filled out trip permit. Let's face it, if we're getting a trip permit, we might be short on money. We might not even understand how to fill it out. And so we don't think much about it. We might put it in the back of our car, not fill any of it out. And that would be illegal. We might put it in the back of our car and only fill out today. That would be illegal. And we might have already had a trip permit and we don't want to go buy another one because we're short on money. So we might alter the trip permit. We might, let's say I filled it out for February 15, 16, 17, and I never drove. And now it's February 21st. So I try to cross out those days and now mark the 21st. Well, that's illegal because they don't want us cheating the system. They want us to go buy another trip permit. So those are the most common situations that we see a trip permit violation. And again, it's sort of unfortunate because you're trying to do the right thing. You wouldn't spend money. You wouldn't try to follow the law. And now you find yourself in trouble because you didn't do it correctly. There's a few other rules to know about trip permits. You could only have, I believe, 3 trip permits for a single vehicle in a 30-day period. Can't use them for commercial vehicles in most circumstances. So call a lawyer or check the statute that's listed in the description of this video. So thanks for staying to the end for number 3. How do we defend these? Well, the most common way we defend these is delay. We're going to delay your case a bit to let you get your vehicle properly licensed. Because again, while it's a very serious crime, most common sense prosecutors aren't going to think that it's Bonnie and Clyde or you're some evil person from doing this unless this has been a habitual or repeated thing. So we usually are going to delay and let you get your vehicle license and help you get it if we need to, and then ask the prosecutor to either dismiss the case or change it to some type of infraction like expired tabs, because we do not want you to have a criminal record. Another thing that we can do to try to defend besides delay is to explain that this wasn't purposeful, that you didn't understand what you were doing wrong, because it is confusing. The only way I even know any of this is I was a prosecutor for 7 years, and so I got to see trip permit cases, a lot of them come across my desk as a prosecutor, could see how some people did it purposely wrong, trying to game the system, but most people just made a mistake. So I hope you find this useful. Again, if you do find these videos useful, please like, please subscribe. I'm putting out about 3 of these a week. And if you find yourself charged with this, feel free to give our office a call. Again, we've been defending this type of charge for more than 20 years in Lynnwood and all throughout Washington State. While it's a very serious sounding charge, the results are usually very good, and these are less expensive to defend. And so if you need some help or you just have some questions, please give us a call. We'll do everything we can to help, and we'll be there for you. Thank you.